If you're looking for a way to make a little cash during these tough times, a side hustle could be the answer. More Americans are hopping on the gig train this year. Let's discuss with Yahoo Finance contributor Vera Gibbons. Vera, nice to see you. Beyond the obvious inflationary pressures, what's driving the trend?
Well, a number of different factors. Obviously, inflationary pressures is a big one, and we are seeing people take on multiple gigs, not just one or two, but one person I spoke to has 7 income streams running. So inflation is a large part of that equation. But also, there are other factors. I mean, this whole decentralization of life is going on. Working in an office is an antiquated concept. I don't know too many people who are working that way these days. They've got the hybrid schedule. So that's a factor as well, as is the fact that we are up against a looming recession. And when you're worried about a recession, your natural inclination or your impulse is to actually go ahead and make more money. So there are several factors contributing to the rise in side hustles. Inflation is the big one, but other factors driving the trend as well.
As far as generation goes, who is doing the side hustling here?
You always think, oh, it's the kids doing it. It's the millennials, it's the Gen Xers. But, that's not necessarily the case. We're also seeing some baby boomers jump in, some pre-retirees, some retirees jump into the gig game. There's a bucket of people who are doing this. There are people who are looking to find a gig that's an offshoot of their career. There are other people looking for gigs that don't require any special skills. That would be the drivers, food delivery type gigs. And then there's a third bucket of people doing this. And these are people who are just pursuing their passions. Maybe they have something they've always wanted to do, and now's the time to do it, whether that's teaching music or coaching their kids soccer or whatever the case may be. So people are doing it for a variety of different reasons, and it's all ages. What's interesting, too, is that I think the type of gig is really changing. 5 years ago, it was just, delivery services, Uber, Lyft, grocery delivery. But now we're seeing more people really leverage their skills into lots of opportunities, and those opportunities can be pretty lucrative. So this is really where the growth is, specialized fields, and you can do everything from marketing to law to journalism right from the comforts of your home. So if you can piece together 2, 3, or 4 little side gigs and have several employers, that's where the opportunities are, and that's really where the growth is today. That's one of the big differences.
I'm sure there are dozens, hundreds of viewers wondering, how do I go about this? Because you always hear about it. How do I go about finding a side hustle?
This is where the challenges are, specifically if you're looking for those specialized ones. Unless you want to just go and be a driver, you really have to hone in your contacts and see where those opportunities are. But it's interesting too. Like I feel like this is sort of the wave of the future as life does become more decentralized, and people are worried about the recession. This is what they're going to do: find opportunities, word of mouth, get back to networking, which makes it a little more difficult now that you're not doing anything in person. But I think that the full-time job, or the concept of the full-time job, is sort of dying, if not dead already. In fact, one person I spoke to said it is probably dead already, given where we are and given the acceleration of the decentralization and the cultural shift that's underway. Having one employer is just not really going to continue to happen. He thinks that 2023 is where we're going to see really the gig economy really explode.
Kind of piecing together 2, 3, 4 jobs to make up one. That is frightening for our future. I'm curious, and not to put you on the spot, but predominantly are we seeing these people who are pursuing and doing these side gigs, are they home hybrid workers?
Most of them are home hybrid workers. That's an interesting question. Yes, most of them are taking on these opportunities from home. There's a lot of online opportunities. There are a lot of online platforms that they're finding opportunities on. That is where the growth is as well. That's correct.
I've been taking notes because I need a little side gig. If you have any in mind, Vera, you give me a text.
There you go. Well, you can always hone in on your TV abilities and your journalism skills and find something else you can do from home.
Yeah, I'm not driving Uber, man. I would be no good at that. No good at all. Vera Gibbons, nice to see you.
Five-star guy?
I'd get bad ratings. I'm not a nice driver. All right, thanks, Vera.